The sounds of Lake Victoria, Africa's largest lake. Nestled on its northern shores is the Ugandan city of Entebbe. This is home for Lydia Tierra. Lydia's father was a well-known Christian leader in Uganda, but he'd been living a double life. When you were 17 years old, something that in some ways perhaps changed your life, turned your life upside down.
Yeah, Daddy died of AIDS. He died of AIDS after a long illness that we hadn't even known about.
Do you know how he got AIDS?
Oh yeah, later on we got to know he had an affair.
But no one knew he was dying of AIDS. He had kept it a secret. Did you feel angry?
Yeah, I was angry. I was angry.
Angry at God, angry at your father?
My father and God and everything, you know. To me, I looked at him as someone who should have been a perfect person because he gave me really a perfect picture of who he was.
A year later, her mother also died of AIDS.
I was asking God, I asked God, why did this have to happen, you know?
But Lydia was not alone. An estimated 1.2 million children in Uganda have lost one or both parents to AIDS. As shocking as it was for Lydia to discover that her father had died of HIV/AIDS, she says that it was a real turning point, spiritually especially, because she experienced God in a whole new way.
God is here to heal and reconstruct and put together broken lives.
A close family friend decided to foster Lydia. Chibirige Timothy pastors one of the largest evangelical churches in Entebbe. Soon after the death of Lydia's parents, he and his wife made a commitment to love and care for her.
We invested our time and money and everything in Lydia as pastors.
An act of kindness that Lydia says started her on a journey of healing and restoration.
That was a turning point for me at that time.
Lydia spent the next several years allowing the scriptures to speak into her broken life. She soon discovered that, like her father, she too was a sinner, saved by the grace of God.
I began looking at my father in a very different way. But I wished he was around to just tell him, Dad, I'm very sorry, and I understand.
Do you still carry that unforgiveness?
Oh, no.
That bitterness?
No.
That anger? What happened?
The bitterness began to go away and the anger, because I realized I'm not any different from him, because now I know I'm forgiven. I'm a sinner. I need Christ just like you needed him.
Soon after finishing university, Lydia joined Wycliffe, one of the largest Bible translation groups in the world. With the blessing of her foster parents and church, she became Wycliffe's first Ugandan missionary.
I'm saved and I've known his love. So we've been called to pass on the love, to pass on the message he's given us to other people. There's no exception.
So now she travels around her country, helping to translate the Word of God into native languages and ministering hope to people living with AIDS. But it is not without its challenges.
It's such an experience having this someone with AIDS. There are a lot of things that happen.
Is there still the stigma?
There's too much stigma, first of all. Even within church, still up to now, it's still there. And of course, with AIDS comes hopelessness, and feels like you're the biggest sinner on this earth.
CBN News recently traveled with Lydia to the northern part of the country where Wycliffe runs Bible literacy and AIDS awareness projects. Many in this remote village are living with AIDS. 17 years after losing her parents to the disease, Lydia now focuses on promoting hope in Jesus Christ to those living with and affected by HIV/AIDS.
Even through those experiences, people may have hope even when they're diminishing physically. They know within their soul that one day they will meet him. And know the power of forgiveness and his love for us.
George Thomas, CBN News, Entebbe, Uganda.